You know Stafford well. Tell me what your reaction was when you heard all this go down over the weekend.
I was surprised, just like anybody else. I knew Matthew kind of wanted to get out of Detroit just because of his circumstance. He didn't really want to necessarily go through a new coaching change and kind of rebuilding point in his career where he's, played 12 years and he's probably only got 5-6 years left on his career. So I know he wanted to get to a place where he could, have more of a stable foundation and get things rolling from there. So, I know Matthew's excited for the change. I know he's, his family's excited for the change. And, as my friend, I'm excited for him.
All right, Danny, first off, man, can all that money you made, can you please get some better internet so you don't get cut off our show when you come on, please? And second, let's just be real, man. Don't give me the buttoned up answer. I'm a current football player answer. Give me the raw. Does Matthew Stafford still got it?
100%, man. He's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever been around. Played with a lot of quarterbacks. Played for 6 teams. So, man, that's a lot of quarterbacks. But he's got the arm strength. He's got touch. He's head and shoulders above the rest of the league, and his mechanics, how he operates the team in the huddle, his 2-minute drills, his ability to throw the ball, and you see it there, man. He's a great quarterback.
All right, love it. So the Patriot Way, you had an opportunity to obviously spend some time in New England, and that was the Patriot Way. Then you went to Detroit, and that was the Patriot Way there. What happened in Detroit where this whole Patriot Way thing kind of imploded on Matt Patricia?
I felt like the Patriot Way in New England when I got there was instilled because they had won Super Bowls. They had been to, countless playoff games and championship games and Super Bowls. They had those banners hanging up in the rafters. So, I don't have that in Detroit. So when you try to implement something that's, you do conditioning after practice every day, you don't say anything in the media and you kind of keep your mouth shut and you do that for a cause of winning the Super Bowl. But at the same time, when that machine hasn't worked in that city and that organization, then it's hard to get guys to buy on. That's why it didn't work.
Danny, I'm curious if you think all of a sudden it could be difficult to get guys to buy on to the Patriot Way in New England. Tom's gone. A lot of the guys, such as yourself, who went to Super Bowls with them are gone. I know Julian's still there. Dante Hightower will be back. So it's not like it's a totally new roster. But the majority of those guys don't have the experience of the great successes. So do you think it's going to be harder for Belichick to get them to buy in when Tom's not there and they haven't all experienced the deep playoff runs?
Well, first things first, and when you see Patriot Way in the dictionary, it's going to have Tom Brady's name next to it. None of those coaches threw any passes. None of those coaches caught any passes. None of those coaches made any tackles. They got guys in the right position because they watch a lot of film and they spend all their time at the facility. But Tom Brady is the Patriot Way, and that's the reason why Tom Brady's in the Super Bowl right now, and the Patriots aren't.
So elaborate on that if you would, because that's obviously one of the oldest debates in sports. Now that LeBron Michael's been settled, obviously Brady Belichick goes to the top of the list. So so Tom Brady doesn't pick the players. He doesn't coach special teams, doesn't coach defense, but guys who play with him, to a man, and you're now the next person who said, but he does impact everyone. He impacts everyone on the roster. He impacts the culture of the roster. Explain how that's the case.
Because he's created a lifestyle around his play. The minute he walks into the locker room, he not only is the best player in the room, but he demands everybody to play their best too. He brings everybody up in the locker room, and he's a guy that, look at his TB12 method, look at his brand that he's created. Look at when you have a quarterback that has his own training room next to the facility with top-notch
trainers, everybody.
Facilities, trainers. Sorry, my headphones fell out. Trainers, facilities, and he allows his guys to come in and get that extra treatment to kind of instill in their minds how to create a lifestyle around their game, and it ultimately makes them better. So, everything Tom Brady touches turns to gold, and it's true. Honestly, he's a remarkable person.
Love it.
Danny, what are you thinking for the Super Bowl? You've got your old quarterback Tom Brady against Nick's, up and coming GOAT Patrick Mahomes. Are you rolling with Brady, or do you see the Chiefs having a shot here?
The Chiefs definitely have a shot. I got, I think they're going to score a lot of points, man. I think, it's going to be two great offenses that are going to go at it. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and whoever has the ball last will probably win.
Hey, Danny, I know you just waxed poetic about all the things that Tom Brady was able to do in New England and how he got everybody to buy into the Patriot Way. But now he goes to a new team, a new organization where he doesn't have his hand in every aspect of the cookie jar. Were you a little bit surprised? I know you know how talented he is, but maybe a little surprised that in year one he was able to get this team to the Super Bowl?
You look at the weapons around him. I mean, they got great receivers. They got Antonio Brown midway through the season. They got, Evans. They got Godwin, they got Gronk, they got two great backs, and still they got Shady McCoy, who's call him insurance, but he's one of the best backs in the league still. Tom can operate, he can get everybody in the huddle in the right position, he can gain leverage on each play, and he's obviously a top list guy. So, and they got a lot of athletes around him, and what he can focus on now is just dispersing that ball to all his guys.
To whoever he wants.
Danny,
exactly. All right, time now
I'm
for
sorry, man.
Oh, go ahead, Brandon. Sorry.
Okay. Danny, I'm sorry. Before we jump, I got to get a little messy, man. This is my job full time now. I don't catch any more footballs. I got to ask you, what the hell happened in New England? Like, how do you let Tom Brady go? Like, he should have been a guy that the fans should have told them, all right, it's time to go, Tom. We got to roll you out in a wheelchair. You don't have it anymore. So what happened in New England?
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know if it was mutual. I know Tom was ready for a kind of a change, a little bit of a transition, so to speak. He felt like, Tom Brady was probably one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback of the past 20 years. So, and he took pay cut after pay cut to get other players in the door. And he felt like, that necessarily perhaps he wasn't respected enough in the door when he walked in. So maybe he wanted a little transition. I know I can't speak for Bill, but, he just kind of wanted a little change of pace.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.